Right, we're back, and didn't do anything yesterday because I was waiting for this book to come, and it's got a few details in it. You can see the engine picture there, really good. Written by James Taylor, photography by Simon Clay. So, but the photographs are really great. I'll just go through a little bit. Got a bit of sun here, so if I come up a bit, you can see I've cleaned some bits up over here. Oh, let's move this further up for the moment. There you go. You can get a page in there, and then we'll be able to see it. So, oops. There we go. Good book. A lot of pictures for details. That's an original one. Restored, but left a bit needing a bit more, I think. But it still looks good. It's a great picture. And lots of good details. There you go again. I quite like this book, and I like the details. These are the bits I like. So we're going to be doing some of that. I ain't going to put that cloth across there. I think that's for the same reason, I suppose. To stop the heat. I don't know what it is. Pretty much good. I've got one of these to build in 1/35. I do like the shape of the vehicle. It wasn't successful as a Jeep, obviously, but it was produced in quite a few large numbers, I believe. And there you go. There you go. So I'll just show you the pictures. You can see it's got a lot of good details in here. I'll stop going through it in a minute anyway and get back to the modelling. See the old wood on the actual top. It was spray painted, I think, so a lot of them were, but obviously you couldn't actually have a bit of a worn where the effect would be quite nice, especially in this scale. Here again you can see a bit of green on it as well, so it's actually worn, so that might be a good idea, a bit of worn wood on there, and that's actually in the kit as well, so that's good. If it's a greasing gun by the looks of it. Oops, sorry. There's a picture in here of the airborne Jeep used by the British, and they cut the top of the steering wheel off. So basically, the top half's missing. Just across here, that's a better picture. They cut off here, cut off there, and that's how it had it. Just so that it was all as low as where the engine compartment is. Where the bonnet is, I suppose, or just low enough to go into a plane. There you go. I like this detail because that's really good. Because the metal this end, metal for the actual holding the axe up, and the rest of it's all little tabs. And I think you've got all those on this kit. I'm not sure about whether they've got the separate bits for the metal, but if not, I can make them and get done. Anyway, so. Just a flick through. Shows you quite a bit. Yep. Lots of details. Yeah, it's got the engine showing it in olive drab. A couple of the other pictures showed about the paint on, but it's worn away. But this is perfect, really. The only thing that's missing is a bit over there. That's the can't remember. The regulator box that was over there, and that's missing because it went up to 12-volt battery, I think. That's what it was. So on when they get modified, and there it is. There it's actually in this picture, and this looks more like it should do. So I'd love to get that actually moving inch done in thing. I might look at doing that. I don't know whether it's going to be too hard. We'll soon find out anyway. Going through. the way through. As you can see, there's lots of details. And I was looking for the brake lines on here, and I couldn't see any because I think the chassis was just stripped down with it. Oh, there's a brake line, but no, that's not a brake line. No, perfectly. We've got that moving, so that's okay. And a bit more, that's it. Yep. Yeah, there's a brake line going up there onto the plate, and then it goes. There's one. That's the old extinguisher under the driver. And there's a radio I'll be putting in, similar to that, one of these. Auxiliary generator, 12 volt rep generator there. I don't think I've got that, but it doesn't matter. It's a good book. Oh, there it is. They cut the steering wheel off at the top, you can see it. Just a minute longer. It's most probably a bit more awkward to drive when you spin the wheel, but I suppose the turning circle on it is quite good, even with that steering wheel like that. So there you go. So anyway, let's just go carry on, just to flick through, show you what's there. SAS one, under British, in your British use. And there's no one. That's it. So a good book for details, which I'm glad of. The only thing that I couldn't find good on it was the actual brake line, which is what I'm going to be doing later. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it. It may not be prototypical, but it'll be simulated, and that's what I'm going to try and do. Right then, here we go. Let's get back on it. So what we've got to do now is start building the engine up, and that's what I've got. And I've actually got these parts done, so we can actually start. Here we go. Then, so I'm going to get those out, and the first thing to do, these two parts go together, and they have been cleaned up, which I did earlier on. And there you go. And what I can do now is run the glue on the inside rather than on the outside. And here we go. There's that one. And come to this side and do it this way. Push it in, and now do this one. And come to this side. There you go. And you can see the glue coming through, and I'm going to squeeze that for a while to do. And then the next thing we do is we can pop the top on. Oh, and that's the bottom. So here's the top, and it's got this bit at this end, so we'll do it that way, and this bit goes we've got this over here, so that's the way it goes. And in fact you have got a peg, so we needn't to worry about that, but because there's a peg there, just go around there. And drop that into place. Goes on perfectly. I did do a good preparation on it. I might just run a bit of glue down there. And the other side. Don't think we need it there, but we'll just run it fiddly along there. Done. That's lovely. That's that bit done. Now we've got to get to this bit, and so we're going to do that. We'll build this up first. So we want that one that way, and this goes on underneath here. Can't make a mistake really. because of the shape. That's the engine protector, or the sump protector I suppose you could call it. Just run a bit of glue in there. A little bit there. And on the other side. And there you go. That's done. So now we've got to come in with this underneath. And if you get this engine this way, like so. And we've got it the same way around now as what it was in the drawing, as you can see, and we pop that on there. Now that should fit alright, because I did have a bit of a try fit earlier on, and there you go, perfect. So what we're going to do now is run some glue around here. And it is keyed because you've got that little square there and a little square there. That's it. Lined up perfectly. What we can do is what we did last time. A bit of glue there. Come to the other side. And push that down as well. Now if I push that there and just run along there, it'll give that a lot of strength, better strength to do. And a bit over that bit there. Holes blow, it evaporates any excess, which is good. Put that back for a couple of minutes. Now we've got some more bits to build, and I think I've got to modify these in a minute. There you go. I like the all details down here. Bits of welding and bits. Numbers on the writing on the side. Right, that's that bit done. So what we could do now is look at building this bit, because we've done that. We just put those bits on in a minute, but I want to let that dry a little bit, and I can't put these bits in 4 times, which is there, because I'm not sure whether I'm going to be putting some wire in here and having to drill it to get some wire in. Who knows? It could be lead. Let's see. Right, there we go then. So let's get this bit out now. It's H. Excuse me. Go back to here. I'm going to find H. And that ain't it. That ain't it. This could be H. Yeah, this is H. There it is. Right, there we go. So we're going to look at H now. Get that back to where it was. And oh, the card is still over here. There you go. Out of the way. Right, so we're going to go into H. Now we want H48, which looks like this bit here. That's 53. Oh, H48, there it is. There it is. That's that one. And then you want H53, which is the bit I looked at earlier on. So I still needed it, so I might as well cut it off. Right, hold on, I'll switch this off. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Wife had to let it come and we want to explain it. So look at it. Anyway, we go. So what we've done is we've got that bit and that bit, which is these two. And now we need H24 and H23. H24. H23, there's 23. Oh, and there's 24. That's good. I suppose I should have looked at them. They're both together. So it goes H24. Yeah, there's a guess there. So, and there. That's there, and then H24, which is this bit. That's it. Oh, it's got a bit missing in it. H24. It is H24, so obviously that fits onto something, so got to do that. Come around the other side. And there you go. Then you've got H. I'm going to get this one ready because this is not so bad. Yep, it's H7 and H6, I should say. H6 and H7. There's H7. And H7. Oh, that's where the old plug leads come in. All four of them. So I will have to do some bit of drilling, I think. That's that one. So that's two. So we've got that bit done. Then you've got your sump, which is H12, which is here. Looks like a, yeah. Come around the top. There's flat, got a little peg on it. There you go, that's that one. And then we need the H11, which is there, just there. I've got to turn it over to get the decent cut. So here we go. I'll need to get a bit more view on that one. Do want to get a nice one, so that comes with there. So we've got that with that, that with that, that with that. So we've got them bits done, and then we can do this one. It's H19 and H20. Here it is, I think. H19 and 20 here and here. So do that, and we want the cap on it, which is, what number is that? H24. H24. Oh, 24, I think I've already cut one off. If I cut that one off wrong, no, H25, 25. Oh, there it is, right at the other end. Couldn't see it. There we go. So I'll do that one first. So, what I'm going to do, get a few of my lovely bottle tops out. So I've got that, and that in there. So that's that one done. Then we want that and that together, that and that together, like this, all in cups. I do like doing it like this one sometimes, and I know where they go because that goes on to there already over there. So, and then we've got to do the, get another one out just for this one, because I'm going to clean these parts up before I put them together. So that goes into there, and we need the other two pieces, which are H20 and 19. H20 and 19, and there they are. So, excuse me. Sorry about that. Do a little bit of a sneeze. They always say if you have a sneeze, you spread a disease, but that's on everyone in here. I'll catch me own disease. Anyway, there you go. So them two are in there, so they're ready to go. And so that's that bit done already, got ready. Won't touch that bit yet. And this is 6 on it when it drops into place. I won't be putting that in place. Yeah, that's it. Right, so we'll get some cleaning up there. So I'm not going to sit here cleaning up on camera, so we'll switch it off now and I'll come back when I've actually finished and we start putting bits together. See you in a few seconds. Right, I'm back and I've cleaned everything up, and I've also cleaned up that bit. I thought I cleaned it up, but there was a sinkhole, so I've actually put a bit of my plastic Tamiya glue white card filler in it, and I'm going to leave that to dry because it doesn't stand up, so we'll leave that to dry and just make sure it's okay. But that's okay. I've cleaned this bit up perfectly and I've took all the bits out of that one, so that's good. And so now we can start with basically this part, and we've actually cleaned it up. So got my glue ready, so here we go. So we get that bit out. Whoops, we know that goes that way, like so, and then this bit goes into here, like so. There you go, like that. So what we're going to do is, it's stuck quite well there, but because I haven't glued it, so here we go. Move that over there so I don't spill glue on these things. Mix them up a bit, and right, okay, so I'm going to go all the way around. All the way around. I'm going to put a bit more in there. And pop this back in. So it goes into this bit, like so. That's it, it's gone in, slipped into place. So, do I want to muck about with that, man? I might leave that to dry. I might just put a little bit, because as long as you go thinly, it doesn't affect any. A couple of places, and a couple of places there. That's it. Not going to do any more. Just glue that in. Then we've got these two bits to go. So we've got that bit there, and goes this way, and we've got this bit to go on, and that's been cleaned up as well. So this has got, oops, yeah, that's it. So we've got a goes like that. So that's alright. So what we're going to do, I can actually draw some glue into there because it's a nice tight fit. And there, and push. And we've got that bit done. But I can get into there anyway because I can come in with a bit more glue on the inside of this one. That's it. And that bit's done. So we can put that back in there because that's done. I'm going to put that back into this one because that's done. Oh no, it was that one, wasn't it? I don't know which one goes in really. Right, so there's dry. I'll leave that to dry for a little bit longer. Then we want this one, and this is the sump and the cap. So there it is. And it goes, I think it doesn't matter whether it goes because you'll be dropping your cap in, like most cars, you just drop it in. And I like to keep the handle facing a certain way when I do my diesel car, but there you go. So we're going to get this in because it is a dipstick after all. Up was called a dipstick once. Yeah, I think they thought I was stupid. Possibly it was at the time, but there you go. So that goes like that way, and it looks like they want it sort of turned, but I'll put it level the way it is in the book drawing. There you go. Oh no, don't, not quite. But to be honest, a dipstick is a dipstick, isn't it? There you go. That's that done. I'll put that back into there, let it dry. It's all been cleaned up. Right, now, oops, that's that one. Then we've got this one. Straightforward, just put it on, there's no particular position. Let's have a look. Nope, there's not, so we're going to do this. Oops, that was a bit too much, come on there. Round and round it goes, and drop this in. I've got to drill this later. So, Yeah, doesn't matter which position that goes in. That's done. So we've done that one. So that one goes over there. Now we've got to go do with, we've done that one. So now we want to do this one, which is straightforward again. 2 out, and put these first. Back in again. And put this one in place. Whoops. Ah, stop. What does that go in it? Yeah, that is there. That looks like a peg. Yes, whoops. Oh, I'm glad that's evaporated. Sorry, my sticky fingers here. I'm just going to put it in and see if it goes flat. Yeah, it does. So that bit is okay there. If it isn't, I can always shave it off later. But it looks like there is a little bit there as well. So take this bit off. Get a little bit of sand on this bit here. Right, now we do it. Are those pins slightly bigger? I don't think they are. So what we do is we do it again. I'll just do a little bit there, a little bit there, and we drop it into place and do a bit of pushing. Yep, that's it. So what I'm going to do is run a bit of glue there, run a little bit of glue there. Oops, too much. And I'm going to hold it. And I will send it. Oops. There you go. Hold it for a couple of things. I'll switch off while I'm holding it so you don't staring at me doing it with this. Right, while I'm waiting for that bit to dry, and then I'm going to go back and put this together now, so we can get this out done per instructions here. Looks funny with a great heavy opening, but it's pretty obvious something else goes in there. So what we're going to do is put some glue on this, nice and up, and then we're coming into this bit. It's keyed, so it can't go in the wrong place. And I'm just going to hold that now. Again, I'm holding glue parts together, but give it a little wiggle, as old Ron would say. Get it to bite. Right, and that looks like pretty good. Yep, that's gone in there nice and tight. And nice and flush. Right, so we leave that like that. It can sit like this now. That's it, that's done. So we've done that bit, that's bit done. So I'll just put this away. I can actually put this part into place on top of the engine, this one here, and it goes into this position like this, like so. Whoops. Get it. There it goes in a hole, and it goes into another hole there. So that's all I've got to do. So if I'm going to put a bit of glue on this, I'm going to put it on that peg and that peg. I'm going to put a glue on there, and then hook it onto place. And there you go. That's done. I'm just going to run a bit of glue along it, just very thinly, so it goes in. That's it. So now we've done that one. So we've got this one, and I'm not sure whether that's dry yet. Hold on, I'm going to switch off for a couple of seconds. Right, I'm back. I lost what part was it now? Oh, I lost this part, and I spent about 10 minutes trying to find it. Anyway, I did find it, and it's all glued together, as you can see, cleaned up. I've smoothed the seams with the extra thin as well. So that's after done that. So that's ready to glue with the lid on in a minute. But this bit's now ready to glue onto here, and I've done a bit of cleaning up to get it to actually fit perfectly. So I've been cutting that a little bit squarer, smoothing that down so it fits, and taking that hole a fraction, that's all, and it's done it. So I'm going to be gluing that on now. I use the extra thin and not the extra, well, I call it extra thin, the lighter green. I call it extra thin rather than extra thin, as it were. Right, so do this, go all the way down there. Here we go. Let's put it on. Going the circle first, and then the square. Now I'm going to be pushing on this now for quite a while, because I want it to be really tight, and it is going on there nice. Yep. So I'm going to switch off for now again. I know it's a short bit, but it's got to do that and let it go. Here we go. See you in a couple of seconds. I'm back for a few seconds. Holding that little gap, there was a little gap there, so I'm holding that to more it to close, and now we can put this on, and so we're going to put this cap on. It's ready to go, and give it a turn. That's it. I'm going to run a bit of glue under the leaf, not much, but just a little bit. There you go, and a bit on this side. There you go. Now this I won't be gluing on, even though I can show you where it goes on in a minute, but that's going to be painted black, like it is, and I think there's a decal goes on, I'm not sure, we'll find out later, but yeah, so that's going to be painted black, and we'll leave that into the tub there. So that one's built, that bit's, so all these three bits are built now, and they're, because they're distinctive, we can just put them together now in one cap because they're there. I'll put these away. There you go. So where's that? They can go back into the on top there, and that blade can go back in out of the way. I like that because I've got my scalpels, I still use them, so I find this is quite handy because it, as I said, safety. And you break as you get blunt, you just do that and break one off the end. And I've got another knife exactly the same in there, spare, because I couldn't find my blades, and then I bet later on I'm going to find all the blades that I had, so I'm going to have a linear collection. Now this bit here has been cleaned, so I'm going to sand over that lightly to give it a bit of smooth, and I'm going to use the soft bit, so just to smooth it, because that does come up on the top. So I just want to do that. It might be covered by something else most probably, and I won't be able to see it, but at least we've got it. Using the soft bit now to take contours. Yep, needs a little bit that way. I might have to scrape it because it's been there a little while. See if I can scrape it a bit smooth. I use this for scraping sometimes. So there you go. Right, what I'm going to do is do what I did last time. Even though that's okay, I'm just going to run a bit of extra thin, as I call it, over that, and that's smoothed that out now, and that's lovely. So now I can just let that dry, and we can put that on top of the engine as well. That'll be dry in a minute anyway, so there you go. So I think it's going to be my lot for today. I've done bits and pieces. Better put the lids on. So done bits and pieces, we're getting there slowly, and Here, that could come off now. This bit here goes on there, if I remember rightly. There you go, that's where it goes. So, but I'm not going to put it there until I've painted it. So what I'm going to do is basically hold it from below, spray it all black, and then I can hand paint the last little bit when I actually put it on the frame, because that'd be easier that way. Or get something in here, that might be even better. Glue a little bit of plastic into here just to hold it, and then snap it off and then put it on later. So that might be another way. Or blue tack, big another way. So we'll put that in there anyway. So I've still got these here to do, and I've got to make a decision about that. I'm going to put plug wires on it. So we need to do that. And I also want to do, like I said, put some brake cables. You know, the actual brake cables, which were actually not cables, they're actually pipes, and there's to do with the old brakes. When you're plumbing plates, all the liquid goes, what's it called? Brake fluid lines, that's it, yeah. So it is a fluid, pipes. Right, so that's it today for me, and that's what I'll be using as well. That might be using the thinner one, this one for the plug leads and all, because I think it'll stay there, and I can paint some black as well. Right, so we've done all these bits put in together. Oh, I haven't got that bit out yet, so I'm gonna have to look for that. And this one, H13. So H13, where's that? Here's H. Let's get another cap out. Here we go, and I'm going to get these so I'm ready anyway for later, for tomorrow. Right, here we go. So we've got to get H3, which is going to be up here. Oh, there is quite a big part. There it is. And has it got, no, it's got no bottom. So it just goes like this. So that's H3, and this is H13. And luckily it's all along the top. Ah, there's H13, there it is. And so I didn't do that over there. And put that in there, so we've got H13 in there, so that's in there. And we've already done that, and we've done that. So basically I can move that slightly. Oh, there we go. It might hold, but I'll just put it on a bit longer. Right, I might even put a bit more glue on it just to give it a little bit of a, excuse my, there you go. Excuse my headphones, goggles. I'm using these. They are a nice set, and it's what's this? Oh, it's 2.5 magnification, so that's just big enough for me to do things and of course you've got, if you really want a bit, you've got a bit of a light there, you can see. Not bad at all, so if you need extra light when it close up. Ideal for painting figures, I reckon. Right, so that's that bit done, so we're going to carry on. We're just going to do that. We can get, no, I'm going to carry on with that bit tomorrow, this bit, because we're going to find out what's paint. I'm going to paint the engine, and then paint these things, various bits, because that I think is part of an exhaust that goes on this side. It is, and that'd be rusty, so you know, there you go. So we're going to be doing that. So right, anyway, so thank you very much for watching this little short there. We'll be back tomorrow with the next segment. Right, I'm back, and this will be the last segment of this. I'm going to be gluing some bits. We're going to do this bit on here. That bit will go on there in a second, and that bit again, I've got to find them two bits. I forgot those. But anyway, so this will go on here. They've all been cleaned up, and let's put that on that one. Let's have the extra thin, not the extra thin. Do that. Let me go one way, and there it is. That's got in there nice. So that bit's done, and then we've got that bit to go on, and I think I've cleaned that one up here, and there it is. This is it. And it goes there, and it goes on to this, and it's going to only go in one place. And there it is. Right, so we're going to do extra thin on that. So here we go. There you go. And put this on there, and there's a little link. light's gone on. I've cleaned that all up, as you can see, so there's no joins or any lines on it as much. And this side we've got a couple of sinkholes, but you can't, that one I've managed to clear more or less out. That one there I could fill, but there's a bit that goes on near the engine that covers that anyway, so you won't see that anyway. So I might just fill it in, but I don't think so. So I'm just going to run a bit of, just round the corners, round this a bit. A little bit on that one. And that'll do. So that bit's done. Now that can actually go onto the engine in a minute, over there, because it won't be in the way. So, but then these bits I've got to do separately. So I'll clean these bits up, and they've got to be painted. And so I'm not going to do these next. And I've got that bit there. I think that goes with this bit as well. So that goes there. So we might be able to build some of it up, but I'm not going to take a chance. Well, here we go. So this one's got to go onto here. And then what I've done is made that round wider, so it actually fits on there nice and snug. And I'll show you now. Just chest fitting, and now it goes on there nice and snug. Now it didn't go snug originally, but just like modelling, you just two temporary fitters, so that's okay. So now we can actually glue that into place now. Use the extra thing again. Nice and snugly, and here we go. That's it. Going on, and I'm gonna run a bit of glue in there anyway. But if you'll see what I mean, that's where the thing is, and there's a bit goes there, which will go there easily anyway, because it can be done afterwards. Right, we're gonna run a bit of glue in there. There it goes. So we've got that bit done. Now I believe that bit's green anyway, because a lot of the engine was green, and most probably was blown over very thinly. And now you'll see that these are missing. I've got to put a bit over the top, and what I've done is with the spark leads. Oops, I've done this. I think you can see. There's a bit of tube on the spark leads. Now what I had to do is drill the holes out on the top of this to get the actual these covers, which were meant to stop the water getting into where the plugs are. Those covers, these are rubber, so I'm going to be painting those separate using the actual little bit of tube to hold it. I've done this as well. So I've drilled them all out. The four on the outside are one size, and the one in the centre is a singular size. But there you go. And I've got some bits of lead carbon for that to see if that works. That's okay. Now this bit's gone, and this can actually go on the engine now, so we can actually put that in place. Now going by, when you look at this, it's this way anyway. Is that yeah, that's okay. So we've got to get this one this way. So a bit of glue on this. Oh no, let's get a bit more of a clean up with this so we get a more flatter look. Sorry, I think you can see there's a bit of it. I thought I cleaned it, but yeah, I'm going to use a knife on this one. There we go. This blade's been re-taped off, so and a little light rub with this, and it is light. I'm just going over the top. Right, here we go. Now we can put this into place. Don't want too much glue on it. There you go. And it goes into these two holes here. That's and there you go. It's got to have a gap there because it is a plate that screws or bolts on. So there you go. So that's done. I'm just going to put a little teeny bit of glue there. And blow on it, and that's done now. So that's like that, as it should be. And these go in now, but I'm not going to do those just yet because I want to paint it all and do that. So this has all been cleaned up, and where's it? Oh, we put this together. Oops, that comes. I'll leave that there. So I think that we've got the 3 parts here. There we go. So this is going to be here. Pretty straightforward. Now, this bit here goes. Get it right. We'll say straightforward. There it is. So this one. Yep, that's better. That's the way it goes. Like so. So it fits like that. So that's what we're going to do. And it's fitting there quite snugly. So I can actually put a bit of glue in here. Bit of glue over here. And push that back up. So it's all level. And that's doing alright. And then you've got this bit goes on the top. I'm going to let this dry a bit first, so might put a bit more glue in it because I think it has to sit on there. There you go. And I'll be able to paint this separately, spray it all green, and then go in with the metal rustish colour inside there. That's what I've done. So then there's this bit goes only one way. I think I had to clean that out, and I think I did. Nope. That's going to be clean. All the holes sometimes need a bit of a clean out, so and we'll leave that to dry. And I think I've done that, and I've showed you that. I think we did that last time, so it's ready to spray that green. And I'll almost probably do some of that, but I want to do see if I can do a bit of wiring on there to make it look like brake wires. Or tubes, I should say. Right then, so I'll leave these alone because I can actually paint this all separately. Right, that's the end of this update, and I'll leave that so you can see that as well. I'll leave that update like that, and I can see you on the next video. Happy modelling, and stay safe, and keep on modelling. Happy modelling. This is a very small game, and I decided to put it on there to show you. I actually put some big bits together yesterday after I finished, and there she is. I've not put anything on here because obviously I'm going to paint them all separate, but I did do this hole there and widened it so the wires go through that, because that's what they do, they go through there, and so I suppose it keeps them tidy as well. So, and that's it. And then the bit that goes on here we haven't done, but yep, it's all on there now. I've got that bit in there. I forgot all about that. So that's done. That's in place. And I think there's a wire goes over that, but I don't know whether I'll be able to do that, but we'll see. But yeah, so I'm going to be getting ready for a bit of painting. Still got to decide whether I want to do the wire across that, but you'll see that in the next update anyway if I do decide to do that. So that's it. Right, thank you very much for watching this, and I'll catch you on the next update. Happy modelling.